The name of my studio is Red Tree Studio, and I named it Red Tree Studio because I paint a lot of red trees. If you've ever seen my artwork, or you go on my website, thomasandrewart.com, you can see that a lot of my landscapes are red trees. And the reason for that is because I love doing landscapes, and they initially started, my parents had a place out in Colorado, and I just absolutely loved the scenery out there, and just the air was crisp, and just everything about Colorado I enjoyed. And so when I first started painting landscapes, I kind of pulled from that experience and those images I had in my head. I never, unless it's a commission of something very specific that people want, I don't use photographs. I don't even look at any photographs. I pull from my head completely things that I've seen and places I've been, and I'm a colorist, meaning my color is what drives my work. It's more about color for me than let's say the complexity of the image. So my imagery, my landscape imagery, is pretty simplistic, but it's really the color that I think attracts people if they like color, and I'm inspired by color, so I try to inspire with color. Red trees are by far my best seller. And I tell people this in my workshop. I really didn't know about the power of the red trees until I started doing art shows. And the first show I ever did, I took my landscapes and I had maybe 2 or 3 red trees, just purely really by accident. I'd painted red trees. And I went to the art show, and those were the first to sell. And I was like, wow, that's pretty amazing. I didn't realize that, red is such a powerful color. So I came back home, back to my studio, and I painted some more red trees and went to my next show, and bam, they sold again. And so now, I do a lot of other types of trees. I do some with foliage, and then some I call naked trees, some without foliage, which are a little more abstract, I think, and a little more artsy, if you will. But really, the best selling trees, 2, 3 to 1 easily, are my red trees. So the reason my studio is called Red Tree, like right here on my t-shirt, is because I really didn't make a good living at this until I started painting red trees. The irony is, when I first got started, I talked to a lot of people about what to paint and what not to paint. And I remember a gallery owner said, whatever you do, don't paint angels. And and sure enough, I paint angels because people love angels. People are spiritual. They want to feel that connection, and I love to paint angels. And then a decorator told me, whatever you do, he said there are 3 rules to decorating. You never paint red, never put red in your artwork, you never paint horizontally, and then I can't remember the 3rd one. But anyway, he meant well. But the truth is that what I sell the most of, and this is true no matter if I go to Chicago or out west to Texas or wherever, the red trees are the first to sell, and it's always the horizontal ones. That's what people want, and that's what they buy. And so that's really what I've gotten known for outside of the Birmingham or even the Southeast area, are my red trees. The angels too, I think I was an angel artist before, or painting angels before landscapes, but the red trees are really what I take to my shows when I travel throughout the country, and it's always the red trees that sell the best. So, and I love doing them. Red's such a good color. Most people don't paint their walls red, but they want a pop of red in their house, and that's what a great painting with some beautiful red can provide. So.